Hello, friends. Welcome, greetings. Good morning. I'm Rachel. Okay, there's nobody here yet. Sweet. Things are about to get wobbly because I forgot to affix my phone to my very janky setup, which I usually do this before so that what is happening right now doesn't happen, but you know, this is just the situation. I apologize. I pressed the button too early, which I think is like a metaphor for my whole thing. I'm sorry, lone person that's here. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna fix my phone and this will stop happening. Okay. Oh, balls. Okay. I wish that none of this existed. And I'm sorry that I said balls. I think it's just one of those mornings. But I did it. And we're getting still. Which is actually, you know, I wish I could go back and change the title of this class because Getting Still's a pretty slick title. I'm Rachel. Hi, friend. There's one person out there and I just adore you. This is about to be a 10:30 flow. We're gonna get started momentarily. My name's Rachel. It's one of those mornings. I'm in a good mood, but I'm also just like hurting myself in random ways. And earlier I was gonna try and film this out in my garden, but I'm in Central Texas, if you didn't know that, and it's almost summertime and I have some fire ants. Yesterday, a fire ant bit me on top of an already existing fire ant bite, and I was like, I can't do yoga out here. I'll end up like a character in a Marquez novel. That was just, I'm sorry, I'm out. I'll be back, 10:30. I'm gonna go ramble to my dogs and not to a camera because I'm just gonna keep talking. All right, we got 5 minutes. You guys. In case you're wondering why I gave Edison an ice cube and Walter I didn't give him an ice cube, Walter doesn't understand them. He doesn't get the concept. Hey Walter, come here. He just doesn't get it. Can you sit? Here. He doesn't get it. So that's one. Edison, however, freaking loves them. Here, Walter. You gave it an elementary school try. And I appreciate that about you. Okay. My sweet boys, I have my water that you're not allowed to drink out of. So you gotta stop doing that. And clean this up. Okay, we're gonna get started, y'all, right around 10:30. My name's Rachel. If you're just tuning in, let me know if there's anything you want to work on. If you want to go ahead and donate, head to www.blackswanyoga.com/live. I'm about to type it into the thingy on the right. Yeah, and I'm very excited that we're about to do this. And if you took class with me yesterday and I had that pulled neck muscle, it's still there, which is good, I guess. I feel a lot better, but not all the way. So it's probably gonna be, it's gonna feel good, but I'm not gonna try and reinvent the wheel. Could have been a yoga pun, but it wasn't. Okay. Unintentional yoga pun. Okay, so I need you to commit to the ice cube. Come here. Oh no. Ooh, Walter. I don't know how to smile. Okay. All right, what do I need? Edison Bear. You're gonna be in here because you have to be. Walter. That's right at 10:30. All right. Can you move your foot? Thank you. Treat myself to a little shake. Y'all, I'm gonna give it 1 or 2 seconds because I feel like people are still gathering. And I'm gonna do something that I probably should have done before this. But if you take my classes in real life, this is probably not an unfamiliar sight. The dogs are usually not around. Okay, that's a super, super good place. Great going. Yeah, why don't you get up on the bed? Okay. Just treat myself to a nice debris-free floor. Okay. Don't be scared by this, Edison. He's a nervous dog. What a sweet boy. Okay. So, hi, thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're here. Good morning, you guys. Let me know Well, if there's anything you want to work on, I am slightly injured today, so there might not be like a whole bunch of jump switches. I think I might have exhausted my jump switch capabilities. I'm Rachel. We're gonna get started in just a second. Before we get started, I want to share with you. I thought of this while I was cleaning my space, just before we get started, to set the tone, to let you know the kind of chick I am. I'm going to tell you my favorite joke. And here's what it is. I'm going to talk to the dog because he's looking at me. Hey, Walter, did you hear about the cheese factory explosion in France? Oh, you didn't hear about it? There was nothing left but debris. We're gonna get started in 2 seconds, and I'm never gonna do that again. I'm gonna type the link to donate. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Christina. I'm gonna type the link in to donate really, really quick so I won't keep saying it at you over and over, and then we'll get started. It'll take you 2 seconds. Thank you for laughing. Okay, let's get started. Isn't it funny how I don't have a commute and I'm at home and I'm somehow still running late for work, so that's fun. We're gonna get started today in a child's pose. Or, of course, and as always, any other posture that you would prefer to a child's pose. But if you're into it, big toes together behind you. Have your knees wide if you would like to open through your hips, or your knees together if you want to lengthen through your back. It's totally up to you. I'm going to go hip opening today. I'm going to sweep going. I'm beginning to fold. Let your forehead relax first. If it's not comfortable for you to bring your forehead down to your mat, maybe you utilize a block or something in your home that is a block-like object. You could even use like a couch cushion would be ideal, wherever you are. Arms forward, maybe you turn your palms up to open through your shoulders. You could have arms back, also palms up to open through your shoulders. Wherever you are. And whatever you choose to do. And you could also stretch through your triceps, your ribs, by bringing your hands to a prayer position at the nape of your neck. I'm all about options, y'all. Wherever you are, big breath in, fill up, up, up. Exhale. Side out.
Oh man, that was exactly what I needed. God, yoga's amazing. Let's do it again. Inhale, fill up. Exhale. Can you just send your heart deeper down? And one more time, just like that. Inhale, fill up. Hold it at the top. And exhale. And beginning to tap into a rhythmic breath, a purposeful breath, something deeper. Let your breath during this time serve as a signal. When you begin that yogic breath, that mindful inhale and exhale, can that have an effect on your nervous system? It's time to power down. It's time to focus on your breath and the things that your body is telling you. And if you want to take a moment to set any sort of intention to place behind this breath, behind the work that you're about to do, absolutely feel free. It could be anything at all. It could be nothing. You don't have to set an intention if you don't want to. And on your next breath in, fill up. Maybe it's with your intention, maybe it's just a big old breath. And exhale. Let go of something that's not serving you. Even if that something is very small. Even if you just soften your tongue from the roof of your mouth or release that space between your brows. Big inhale. Big exhale. And staying here for as long as you'd like. Whenever you're ready, just walk your fingertips forward until your elbows lift. Maybe come up on your fingertips. Finding a more active child's pose, but your head is still relaxed and your hips are still lower. Take a big breath into this space in between your shoulder blades. Exhale, walk your hands over to the left as far as feels good to find a stretch through your right side body. Now notice your head might lift for the journey over to the left. Can you place it back down once you get there? And see how this feels. You could modify this intensifying by layering your right hand on top of your left, or spiking up on your fingertips, or coming onto the razor edge of your right hand. But notice if your right shoulder wants to dip upward. Can you slide it down? Notice if your right hip wants to travel with. Can you draw it back? Big breath into this. Exhale, let it go. Ooh. And y'all staying here for as long as you need, whenever you're ready. Begin to walk all 10 fingers over to the right. And then sink down. Again, move your head if you need to, but place it back down once you get there. And y'all let this side be different than the other if indeed it feels different. Modify accordingly. Maybe you layer your left hand on top. Maybe you spike up on your fingertips or slice down through the edge of your left hand. Wherever you are. Fill your entire left side body with breath. Hips sink down. Shoulders are level. One more big breath in. And a big breath out. And whenever you're ready, crawl all 10 fingers forward. Press up to a tabletop. And tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward dog. Finding a gentle down dog, maybe you pedal through your legs a little. Maybe you sway through your hips, your head, feel it out. Maybe you want stillness today. But if you're scrunching your shoulders down, can you make a little bit of space? Let's take a full breath in. Full breath out, press your heart back. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, tabletop, hands and knees. Okay. Inhale, drop your belly down, lift your gaze up, find cow pose. Exhale, tuck your chin, round your back, find cat pose. Inhale, look up, scoop your belly a little lower, curl your tailbone a little taller. Exhale, round, puff your heart up. Once more, inhale, look up, make some space. Exhale, draw inwards. Now begin to move on your own through some of your cat-cows, inviting any sort of intuitive motion that might serve you here. Maybe you spiral your fingers in towards you and sink your hips back. Breathe. You could make some circles, you could tent up on your fingertips. Again, use this time, tap into your breath, and start to find that conversation with your body here. No expectations, no judgments, no narratives. And of course, it's a lot easier said than done to suspend that kind of competitive thing that we have with ourselves a lot. And that's the work too, right? That's just another form of yoga. I'm sorry I'm getting all hippie with it. I don't have anybody to talk to except for dogs and a cat, but she don't want to hear it, Lord knows. Okay, whenever you're ready, downward dog is where we'll meet. Take as many cat-cows as you want. And even though we were just here a moment ago, does it feel a little different? On an inhale, look forward. And it's up to you with bent knees or straight legs. Step to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Let's be here momentarily, y'all. Take whatever upper body variation serves you on this gorgeous Sunday. Maybe you make a basket. Maybe you interlace your hands behind your head. You could interlace your hands behind your back. Ooh. Actually, yeah, I think that's the one that works. Maybe you move around and find the one that figures it out, or find the one that works for you. Yeah, breathe. And feeling your way into things. Again, I'm feeling, I guess, a little bit wiggly today. Know that you kind of never have to be still if you don't want to. But come back to a gentle, easy forward fold. Release any bind that you found. Let your fingertips dangle. Can you let the crown of your head, so not your forehead, but the top of your head, can you let the crown of your head become magnetized to your two big toes? Maybe that means you bend even deeper. Now anchoring your fingertips on your mat if that works for you, or on your shins if that works for you. Inhale, lengthen your heart to find a flat back here. Now I'm not aggressively straightening my knees, and nor should you. Can you bend a little deeper to draw your heart a little farther up until it's in line with your tailbone? Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, belly to thigh. fold, sink. Now I'm feeling sensation in my hamstrings throughout this. Breathe into it. Inhale, lengthen through your heart. Now can you draw your ribs in? Can you hollow through your belly? Can you lengthen the back of your neck? Exhale, fold. One more time, just for fun. Inhale, lift. Now keeping your fingertips anchored on your shins or your mat, can you use that resistance to draw your belly button up and away from your hip crease? Big breath in. Exhale, bring the two towards one another. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, grow tall, come to standing. Exhale, hands to heart, draw your shoulders down your back. Maybe you soften your eyes, maybe you close them. Just take some breaths. Take a moment. Consider your intention. Even if it's just trying not to clench your jaw the whole time. It doesn't have to be some big deep thing. On your inhale, reach both arms up. Maybe look up for some added space. I know we've been looking down at our phones every single minute. Exhale, dive forward. And that was an indictment of myself. Let's look up. Let's point up today with our chins. Inhale, lengthen heart, but not right now. Don't do it right now. Exhale, fold. I'll tell you when. Plant your palms, step back. Plank pose. Okay, so find whatever variation of your plank serves you best today. Maybe that's lowering down to your knees. Maybe it's lowering down to your forearms. You could turn this into a tabletop. You could skip it entirely. What has happened to your on-purpose breath since we've begun to move? Can you press your heart up and almost through your shoulder blades behind you? Inhale, shift forward. And knees up or knees down, slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Here's the back bend we're going to do today. It's Sphinx pose. If you prefer a baby cobra or a locust, feel free to take that. But if you're with me, bring your elbows an inch or two in front of your shoulders. Your forearms are in front of you like little 11s, and your palms are spread. Now shimmy your legs together like you have one long leg. Press down through the tops of your feet. Press down through your thighs, your pelvis, and lift your heart. Breathe. Maybe look up a little. Keep your breath strong. And we're going to move through a progression of this throughout class. Let's take a big breath in. And exhale. Lower your heart down. Slide back. Child's pose. And we are for sure just in the warming up phase, right? Your priority is your breath. Let's take an inhale. Open mouth exhale. Press up and back. Whenever you're ready, downward dog. Knowing that you can rest any way at any point, and let's be honest, who will know? Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or lightly jump to the top of your space, or forward fold. Fingertips anchor, inhale. Find a flat back, heart drawing forward, knees a little soft. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Shoulders draw down, air presses out. Inhale, reach up, stretch up. Maybe find a little gaze up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen, heart lifting. And exhale, fold. Nice, sweet boy. Press back plank. Find your breath. Inhale, shift forward. This one, it's going to be up to you. Exhale, lower all the way down or halfway down. Guess what? Lower it all the way. Inhale, lift for the back bend of your choice. If you're ready for an upward dog, go for it. If you want to find Sphinx pose with your girl, go for it. Or anything else. Big breath in. Big breath out. And downward dog. Any way you want to get there is the best. And y'all, I'm going to start offering that sequence, that vinyasa, that plank to Sphinx to downward dog, or any other variation that you choose. Mine's probably going to change a little bit, but we'll keep coming back to that. But skip them at any point, or take as many as you need. If you practice with me regularly, you might observe today that normally I take a bunch of vinyasas. Today I won't. Everything's moving, everything's changing. Hi, sweet boy. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top. And a lot of times, one day is different than the next. Fingertips anchor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, grow tall. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up, stretch up, maybe a tiny back bend. Maybe your gaze will follow. And exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And travel home to your downward dog, being guided by your breath. So from plank, your exhale lowers you down as far as you want to go. Your inhale lifts you for the back bend of your choice. And your exhale carries you up and back to your downward dog. There he is. He's right there. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your space. Inhale, lengthen heart. Exhale, fold forward. Okay, separate your feet about 2 fist distance apart. Why? Because it's approximately inner hips width. So when you separate your feet 2 fists, your ankles are underneath your sits bones. All 10 toes point forward. So my belly's on my thighs right now, and that's fun. It's just a fun thing. Bend your knees and bring it even more on top of your thighs. Okay, so fun. Sink your weight deep into your heels. Maybe you can go ahead and lift all 10 toes. That's kooky. And from here, hollow through your belly. Lift your heart, but reach forward. Palms facing up. Breathe. So, stacking your shoulders on top of your hips. Aw, there's a little cardinal right in front of me. I wish you guys could see it. Kiss your shoulder blades together. Draw your heart forward. Breathe. Okay, so it's a little different. Activate through your fingers, but notice if your shoulders want to crunch up towards your chin. Soften it down. Let's take one more big breath in. If you want, reach your arms up, look up, point your chin up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen heart. And exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, find plank pose. And take a big breath in. Exhale your forearms down for forearm plank. Yay! Everybody's favorite. Breathe. Take an inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips lower, legs lower. Sphinx pose. This is a back bend. Think about breathing through your middle back here. All 10 fingers spread wide, pressing down. If you want to make this more intense, perhaps you hover your elbows. Maybe look up. Breathe. And again, shoulder blades together, heart forward, elbows towards one another just a little. One more inhale. And exhale, lower. Travel back to your downward dog, any way you want. Hello, my downward dog. Hello. Inhale, lift your right leg up, find a three-legged dog. Think about wrapping your right inner thigh inward. Lift your right heel a little higher, left heel sinks down. Let's take a big breath in, and exhale. Step your foot in between your hands. Fantastic. Spiral your back heel down to a 45-degree angle. We're setting up for warrior one here. Can you scoot your right foot towards your right thumb just a little? Can you angle your left big toe towards your left thumb? On an inhale, reach up. Warrior one. Okay, so oftentimes when I find my warrior one, I need to adjust my stance. If that's the case for you, yeah, me too. You want both hips facing forward like headlights. It's going to be easier to do that the more space you have between your 2 feet. So maybe if your feet are on a tightrope, one line, you move your right foot to the right and left foot to the left. So again, similar to that chair pose, even though our feet are in a different place, they're still going to be about hips width distance. Stay here once you've found that posture, or palms press. Shoulders down your back. Look up. Breathe. Can you knit your ribs together? Can you sink a little deeper? Let's take a big breath in. Heart up. Exhale, open out. Warrior two. So this time you're going to need to adjust your stance because you do want to be on that tightrope for your warrior two because your hips are facing out and not forward. I felt like an air traffic controller just then. Okay. I have to stop saying everything that pops into my head. Shift forward. Flip your front palm, reach back. Reverse your warrior, sink a little bit deeper down. And exhale, frame your foot. Travel home to your downward dog. Maybe there's a vinyasa in there. Maybe you just step back. Hello. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Flex your toes. Think again about spiraling your left inner thigh in. Let's take a big breath. Exhale, step through. Edison, Edison, Edison. You're on. The world can see you, babe. Shorten your stance. Left foot to the left, a little. Right foot to the right. Angle your right big toe towards your right thumb. And wrapping your hips forward, inhale, reach up. Warrior one on your left side.
And taking a moment or two to once again sort of come into the space. A lot of times I manually shift my hips forward. Maybe you scoot your front foot forward a little bit to sink a little deeper. Sliding your right hip in. Stay here or press your palms together, shoulders still relaxed. Maybe you start to look up. Keep your core strong. This might make you wobbly. Let's take one more big breath in. Exhale, open and out. Warrior two. Taking some time. You want your left ankle in line with your left knee. Hips underneath your shoulders. Breathe. Begin to shift forward. Flip your front palm. Reverse this. Open your heart. Sink a little deeper down. And exhale. Frame your foot. Downward dog. Oof. Can't stop, won't stop, y'all. Edison Bear. Jeez Louise. You got a front row seat. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Separate your feet to fist distance. Bend through both knees. Reach forward. Activate through your back. Kiss your shoulder blades together and breathe. Cool, this is going well. Inhale, reach both arms up. Maybe palms press. Maybe look up. Can you sink a little deeper? Ooh. Exhale, belly to thigh. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back, find plank. Option to stay here or once again, forearm plank. Breathe. Pull your low belly up and in. Take a big inhale. Sphinx pose. On the exhale. Breathe. Okay, so option to stay here. Option to press down through your hands and straighten, look up. And if you want to intensify this, I'm going to lead us through it, but keep in mind that this, actually, hold on, I can't handle it anymore. Edison, come here. Come here. It's just right there, you guys. Walter, you get one just for being a good boy. There we go. So, if you want to move in to a deeper version of this, oh, and he's back. Edison, I can't. Keep in mind that it's not about touching your head to your toes. It's probably not going to happen. I can't, you know what I mean? Like, it's about stretching, it's about back bending and also stretching the front of your body, but it is not about touching your head to your toes. Okay, Sphinx pose, stay or straighten, look up, breathe, or bend, look. Big breath in. Travel home. Downward dog. Whew. It's not about head to toes. It's not a thing. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, right leg lifting. Exhale, step through. Shorten your stance. Spiral your back heel down. And lift up. Warrior one. Breathe. Coming back into this space, we're going to take another variation. So, finding a bind behind you, I'm going to offer a couple different options. You could Grasp opposite elbows behind you, lifting through your heart. If you have more room, find a reverse prayer, palms together, fingertips towards the nape of your neck, but drawing your heart upwards. Breathe, sit a little deeper. And again, maybe look up. Sink a little deeper. Gorgeous work. Bring your gaze back to center, but keep this bind. Start to lengthen your front leg. Okay, pressing down through your right big toe. Take a big inhale. Maybe look up, little bitty back bend. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Keeping this bind. Pyramid variation. Don't sink all the way just yet. Right hip back, left hip forward. Breathe. And stay here for as long as you like, or you can release your bind and fold. Breathing into whatever shape you're making. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Cool, so glad. Thank you for taking that upon yourself. Look at him, he doesn't even want to go out. He just wants to know that he has the option. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Whenever you're ready, rebend, find a little bit of buoyancy, and lift up to standing split. So come to stand on your right leg, and lift your left leg up. Can you remagnetize the crown of your head to your right big toe? Can you inwardly rotate your left thigh? Stay here, or power through your core, lift up to warrior three. Maybe your hands are at your heart, shoulders down your back, or find whatever upper body variation serves you. If this makes you wobble, great work. It means you're getting stronger. I'm getting stronger. You guys, I'm doing it. However you want to get there as gracefully as possible. Float back, warrior two. So, I like to play a really fun game in the mornings before I teach these. It's, let's drink a bunch of coffee and water, but just have coffee and water, and then I'm going to do yoga and try and do balancing poses. It's not setting myself up for success necessarily. Shift forward, flip your front palm, reverse this. Exhale back to warrior two. Lengthen through your front leg. Shift your upper body forward, hips back. Dial your right arm down and your left arm up. Triangles pose. Open your heart, press down through your feet. And you might want to shorten your stance for comfort. That's cool. You could surf your top arm over your ear. Pinky spirals down. You could reach your bottom arm forward if you wanted to activate more through your core, but you don't have to. Maybe look to your fingertips. Wherever you are. Rebend, press up, flip your front palm, reverse this, exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up, breathe. Take a big breath in. Exhale, step through. Setting up for your warrior one, spiral down through your right foot. Maybe scoot your left foot to the left, bend. And inhale, reach up. Taking a breath or two to come into it. Now a little bit different. Finding that bind behind you. Maybe you grasp for opposite elbows or wrists. If you're able to find that reverse prayer, maybe take it, but lift your heart. Get your ribs in. Maybe look up, breathe. Sink deeper. Gorgeous work. Come back to center. Lengthen your front leg. Take a big breath in. Maybe looking up just to make some space. And exhale. Hinge forward. Now keeping your collarbones reaching away from one another. Breathe. Right hip wraps forward towards your left big toe. Take a big inhale. Exhale to stay or to release your bind and fold, pyramid. Fingertips anchor. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Now stay here for as long as you want, because this is incredible. Whenever you're ready, rebend. Start to find a little bit of buoyancy in standing splits. Release your head down. Spiral your right inner thigh in. An option to stay right here, because this is amazing. Or maybe you make your way to Warrior 3 and see how that goes. Shoulders down your back. Don't forget about your back muscles. They're back there. Woo. And let's talk about grace, shall we? Warrior 2. Who's better? Sink a little deeper. Beginning to shift forward. Flip your front palm, reach back. Sink. Exhale back to Warrior 2. Lengthen through your front leg. Maybe you shorten your stance. Shift your hips back, upper body forward. Right arm up, left arm down. So I for sure notice a difference, one side between the other. Breathe into it. Stay here. Maybe it feels okay to spiral. If you want to reach, go for it. Keep opening your heart. Maybe look up. One more big breath in. Rebend through your front knee, Warrior 2. Inhale, flip back. And exhale to your downward dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Separate your feet. 2 fist distance. Bend through your knees and reach forward, palms facing up. Breathe. Hollow through your belly. Stay here or start to spike up on your tippy toes. Keep your knees bent. Lean back. Maybe reach up. Ooh, it makes you more wobbly. Maybe look up. It makes you the wobbliest. Let's take a big breath in. Ooh. Exhale, fold everything down. We done with that. Inhale, lengthen heart. Exhale, fold. Travel home any way you want. I myself am gonna stick with my Sphinx stuff. Let me scoot back. And again. It's just about feeling good. Let's take a big breath in. And release, downward dog.
is where we'll meet. Inhale your right leg up. If it feels okay to bend your knee and stack your hip, take whatever you need. Let's take a big breath in. And exhale, pigeon. Draw your right knee to your right wrist, over to the right. Cross your ankle over as far as feels good. And find whatever variation of your pigeon serves you best. We're going to have plenty of time here, so do whatever works. But take a moment to notice what happens when you get still. Can you banish any sort of judgment, any narrative, any expectation, and simply breathe into what is? Give yourself the space for some quiet. Can you soften anything a little bit more? Okay. Hey. Why don't you go out there? Okay, we're gonna be quiet. We're in pigeon. It's bad form. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale, let go of something. Sorry about the barking. And whenever you're ready, if you need more time here, please take it. Whenever you're ready, press up to upright, lift your heart. Now we're going to transition this into a seated twist. Rock over on your right hip and step your left foot to the outside of your right thigh, setting up for seated spinal twisting. Your legs are in it too. If this is a lot and you need more space, extend your right leg forward. So your left foot is to the outside of your right thigh here. Your right leg can be extended or you can keep it bent. Wherever you are, bring your left hand behind you. Have your wrist against the small of your back so you're not leaning. You're sitting up real tall. On an inhale, stretch your right arm up, heart forward. Exhale to either hook your elbow to the outside and look back. If that's a little too much sensation for you today, you can always hug your forearm to your thigh and gaze back. Wherever you are, sit up super tall. If you want to intensify this, you could extend your bottom arm long. You could take a half bind, bringing your left hand behind towards your right hip. If you have the space to take a full bind, maybe you do that. Wherever you are, let's take a big breath in, grow a little taller. Exhale, twist. Just a little deeper. Unwind. Magnificent. From here, plant your palms over to the right. Ooh. Take a counter twist. Man, my back wants to pop so bad. Not yet. Downward dog is where we'll meet, y'all. Get there any way you want. Maybe you're still flowing, and that's fine. Whenever you're ready, lift your left leg up, bend your knee, stack your hip, and maybe you make some circles, maybe you lengthen, maybe you flip. And draw your left knee to the outside of your left wrist. Lengthen your right leg behind you. Try not to disturb your dog. And fold down to wherever serves you best. Letting the side feel different, perhaps. Breathe into the space. Do a little scan of your physical body and notice the places that you could release. I know for me, in postures like this, I have a tendency to clench my jaw. I also squeeze my eyes super tight. I'll ball my hands into little fists, y'all. It's totally normal for your body to want to transfer tension during stuff like this. But can you utilize your on-purpose breath to let something that's not serving you go, even if it's very small? Let's take a big breath in. And then a big breath out. Stay here for as long as you'd like. Whenever you're ready, press up. Swing over on your left hip. Ooh. And bring your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. Again, if you need to lengthen your left leg in front of you, please do it. Or you can keep your left knee bent if that works better for you. Bring your right hand behind you. And again, keep it pretty close to you so you're not leaning back, you're sitting up tall. Inhale, lift your left arm up. Exhale to either find the hook and look back, or the hug and look back. Again, if you want this to be more intense, you can lengthen your left arm. You could find a half bind, reaching for your left hip with your right hand. That might be enough. And maybe you move into something else. Inhale, grow a little taller. Exhale, twist. One more big breath in. And a big breath out. Oh, hi. Whenever you're ready, unwind, heart to center. Plant your palms to the left. Ooh, take a counter twist. And come to a seat. I am just surrounded by dogs right now. It pleases me. Bring your feet together, big toes to touch. Interlace your hands around your toes. If you'd rather, bring your thumbs to the soles of your feet, opening them up like a book. You grasp onto your ankles, whatever feels right. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, hinge down. And again, notice your breath. Pay attention to your inhales and your exhales. Maybe you can soften your shoulders down your back a little bit or unclench through your jaw. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Come back up to a seat. Now we're going to move through some separate leg stretching. Extend your left leg out. Bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Flex your foot. Pet your dog. Reach both arms up. Pivot your heart just a little. Flex your foot. And exhale, fold.
Now y'all, if you can't quite reach your foot today, please do not stress out about it. You could always find a soft bend through your leg, or grab onto your ankle, or use a strap or a towel. Can you keep your shoulders in line with one another? Can you steady your breath? Take an inhale. Lift your heart. Exhale, fold. Now, option is stay right here because this feels super, super good. If you want to add on some additional shoulder stretching, a little bit of twisting, come with me. Grasp onto the outside of your left foot with your right hand. Again, feel free to bend through your knee a little bit to make this happen. Bring your left hand on the ground behind your left hip. Rotate your heart, look back. Okay, so you're going to find a different stretch whether you lift your heart for some length upwards or whether you hinge down. So maybe you wiggle around, see what works for you. Stay here for as long as you want. If you want to make this even more sensational, you can start to thread your left arm now. Okay, underneath your right, here I go. Grab onto your right knee with your left hand and wrap your heart over to the other side. Maybe look underneath your right arm. Breathe. Wherever you are, take an inhale. Stay for your exhale. Okay. And unravel yourself from wherever you have found yourself. Switch. Yeah. Lengthen your right leg. Bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh and flex your foot. Reach up, pivot your heart. Let's take a big breath in. Exhale and fold. Keeping your shoulders in line again. Grab it on to whatever you got. Don't be afraid to take a bend if you need to. And feel free to stay right here if this is what you need. If you want to move with me into that twist, that weird shoulder stretch thing, grasp onto the outside of your right foot with your left hand and bring your right fingertips behind you. Wrap your heart over. Breathe. And again, you're going to find a different sensation, whether you lengthen up or whether you fold. Option to stay right here, or you could start to thread your right arm, hello, underneath your left, grasping on to the top of your left knee. Maybe twist over and under, breathe. Oh yeah. Let's take an inhale, fill up. Exhale. And gently unwind. So fun, so lengthening. Lengthen your front leg, your front legs, as opposed to your hind legs. Again, I've been spending way too much time around just dogs. Flex your toes. Inhale, reach both arms up, and just a forward fold. And same thing. The next thing that comes out of my mouth probably won't be a surprise, at least I hope not. Grab onto whatever you got. If you can't quite reach your feet today, I have a piece of news. Nothing has ever mattered less in the history of the world, and that is the truth. Just grab onto your ankles, your calves, as long as you can draw your heart forward. You could even use a strap or a towel. Wherever you are. Inhale, lift your heart. Actually, I'm sticking with this because it feels great. Exhale, fold. The thing about yoga is there's never like a better option or a worse option or a less valid option. It's simply what works for you on a given and specific day. And that might be different than yesterday, and it might be different than tomorrow. And that's just what is happening. You just breathe into what's happening, and that's it. One more big breath in, lift your heart, and exhale, fold. And slowly start to roll up until you're rolling down. Come to lying on your back. If it would feel good to find some circles with your knees, you could find a full body stretch. And just wiggle around, do what feels good. Planting the soles of your feet down, knees bent. Get in your mind's eye, can you separate your feet, inner hips width distance? Toes pointing forward. Now I look, because once I was rewatching one of these videos just to make sure that I wasn't the worst, and my feet, I told you guys, toes forward, and I looked and my feet were like out. So now I'm looking for myself. Wrap your shoulders underneath you, extend your fingertips down, and inhale, lift your hips. And maybe you find a bind here. You could find a full wheel. Or maybe you just stay right here. Breathe. Engaging through your core, your pelvic floor as well. Lift your hips, big breath in. And gently lower down. And open your arms. Windshield wiper your knees, if that feels good. And let your knees fall over to the left. Bring your gaze to the right, moving into a supine twist. If there's any other variation of this twist you would rather find, please do it. Wherever you are, let's take a big breath in. And a big breath out. If you need more time here, take it. Whenever you're ready, inhale your knees back up. And exhale over to the right. And gaze to the left. Powering down. Still remaining connected to your breath. Let's take a full inhale. Exhale. Whenever you're ready, make your way back up. Maybe you find some happy baby or any other posture that rounds out your practice. Maybe you just sort of roll around. Hi. And whenever you're ready, whenever you want to get there, you just rev up your dog first. Make your way to your final resting posture, your Shavasana. Maybe that's lying flat on your back. Maybe there's another shape that would work better for you. Wherever you are, let it be a place where you can let go. Maybe close your eyes. Let's take one more full breath in together as a group. We truly, truly are. I feel it more every day. Inhale to fill up. Exhale. Let it go. Stay here for as long as you'd like. And from the highest good in me to the highest good in you, to the teacher in us all, I bow with so much gratitude. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you guys. That was the ticket for me. I hope that it was pleasant for you as well. Thank you for practicing with me and supporting Black Swan, and just let's keep doing good stuff for ourselves every single day. I'm teaching again tomorrow at 9 a.m. on this right here. Thank you, Christina. You're the best in the world. I cannot wait to see you again. Yeah, let me know if there's anything you want to work on for tomorrow. I'm taking requests. I put my Instagram handle next to my name on the thingy. So if you want to find me and, let me know if there's anything you want to work on. And again, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for bearing with my dogs and understanding them. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, guys. So good to see you virtually. Oh, make my frickin' day, why don't you? Yeah, and tell Ziggy I said hi. That's their dog, too. All right, I'll see you guys. I could just keep talking. I don't want to let you go, but I'm gonna. I'll see you in the morning.